Hey y'all, welcome to the channel, and if you're new here, thanks so much for joining. My name is Misty, and today I am bringing you another episode of our Decades Legacy Challenge. As you can see, we are here with Charles, and he is in a very playful mood. He is feeling pretty good. We are no longer having our house guest in the house. Our family is back to normal. It is just Norma and her two kids, and they are settling into a normal routine here. Charles is just helping himself to a little bit of something to eat. His mom had made some crumpets, and so he's grabbing himself a bite of breakfast. I am going to be getting Norma up pretty soon, and I'm gonna have her go ahead and make a little bit more food for the household so that they do have some things as far as leftovers in the fridge. So she's going to make some of Granny's recipes. We're going to do an acacia bowl, so she's just going to do a party serving of that. It's just something really quick and easy that she can whip up for the family so that they'll have something to eat. And as you can see, she is feeling pretty sad, but other than that, we are going to need her doing what she needs to do as far as taking care of this family. And she's feeling pretty sad just overall, I think, because she is going through her midlife crisis. We know that she is dealing with a midlife crisis currently, and it is kind of getting her feelings all up in turmoil. The family is over mourning the loss of the mother and grandmother, Gemma, and so they have gotten past that. Thankfully, when Maddie was here, he helped them get over that loss, and he was a great big help to them, but he has now since left. And she is now just trying to get over this midlife crisis. She is doing this by picking up some extra hobbies such as the violin and painting and things like that, dealing with her garden. So she's doing some odds and end things to try to get over her midlife crisis mindset. And hopefully this will get her out of this funk of being in a midlife crisis so that she can get back on track with her career. I had asked you guys in the last episode if you thought that she wanted to maybe get a different job. It says here that Norma wants to like Americana music. We will go ahead and let her like that, yes. And I didn't get any responses on changing her career, so I'm going to go ahead and let her keep that for now. But if you guys do think that she wants to possibly get a different career, do let me know in the comments below, and we can go ahead and get her on track for something different so that she can maybe pick a different career that she might like a little better. As you can see, Rebecca is finally up from her sleep and helping herself to the loo. She desperately needs to go, and Charles is picking up on some dancing here. He has learned some dancing from Maddie while Maddie was visiting. He really picked up a love of dance from his father, and so he is continuing on with that trend, which we absolutely love to see. I think that he is really missing the fact that maybe Maddie isn't in the house any longer, but he has now a love of music and likes to dance, and so he's just getting some dancing in. But I am going to have him go ahead and help his mom out and do a little bit of these house chores. As we know, laundry does need to be done, so he's just going to go ahead and help her out with a little bit of chores. It is 1968 in the game, so we are going to be getting really close to a new decade soon, and some things are going to be changing in our game as far as how our Sims look with their clothing. Our home's going to be changing a little bit, so we are getting really close to the end of the 60s and wrapping that up and moving into the 70s. I can't believe that we have already gotten so close to the end of this decade, but it is definitely, the end is upon us here. So I am just going to go ahead and let everyone take care of their needs here. They're going to go to the washroom, grab themselves a bite to eat here, and then we will be going ahead soon and letting Rebecca go off to preschool because it is a Wednesday morning, and just like that, it's asking if she's going to go to preschool. So yes, we'll send her off to preschool because she does need to get her education. So she'll go off to preschool. She's going to get herself changed here and head herself off. It is a rainy day this morning, but she's going to head herself into preschool. And then after Charles has his breakfast, he'll get himself ready as well, and he'll be heading to school for the day. He's feeling really inspired We know that he absolutely loves helping around the house, and it's helping to keep his mood up as well, which we love to see. So now that he has finished doing some chores around the house, I am just going to have him go ahead and work on some of his makeup work and his extra credit, and make sure that is done before he has to head himself into school for the day. We want him to make sure that all of his studies are done. We know that he is really big on making sure his studies are done. He is very scholarly, as we know, and so he's going to go ahead and head into his room and work on that. Norma is just going to go ahead and clean up her dishes from breakfast, and then I'm going to have her come in here and appreciate some portraits and view some paintings, because she needs to do that for her midlife crisis, and hopefully that will go ahead and mark those things off as met so that we can get her over this midlife crisis as quickly as possible so that she can get back on track for her job. If she appreciates this painting, maybe these paintings or these portraits will count as viewing art. I'm not exactly sure if it will or not. It doesn't look like it did. Okay, so that isn't going to count. I guess we have to actually view like a piece of art, and the portraits don't count as that. So that's unfortunate news. But she is viewing the portraits nonetheless, and I guess just reminiscing about when her mom was here with them, and loving the fact that, you know, she has her memories to think of her mom, and she is obviously missing her mother greatly. But we do have our memories of Gemma, and so that is great. She is feeling really inspired while she looks at the painting that she painted. I do think that that may count, possibly. It's not going to count either, it doesn't look like. All right, we'll at least go ahead and sell it to the collector. That will count because she does need to sell some paintings to collectors. So those paintings that she paints, we can sell to the collectors, and that will give her credit towards her midlife crisis. She needs to sell 3 paintings to collectors, and that will go towards that midlife crisis that she's going to. I'm just going to go ahead and get Charles actively participating at school while he's there for the day, and Norma is going to do a little bit of dancing, and then we'll probably get her painting a little bit more since she does need to paint for this midlife crisis. I want her doing that and getting those paintings knocked out, because honestly, I really want this midlife crisis to go away. It's causing her a lot of problems, and if we can't get her midlife crisis to go away, every time she goes into work, she comes home tense because of the midlife crisis. She's not making any progress while she's at work currently. So the faster I can get the midlife crisis to go away, the faster we can hopefully make some progress in the career department, because right now she is at a standstill in the career and in any development in her career that she would be able to make. She's unable to do so as long as this midlife crisis is in play. We will just have her paint these 3 paintings that she needs to paint and sell them to the collectors, and then we can get her outside and we can have her tend to the garden a little bit, because she does need to tend to the garden 30 times, I believe it said. So we'll have her tend to the garden as well. She doesn't have a very big garden, so unfortunately that is going to take her quite some time to reach those 30 points of tending to the garden 30 times. But we can go ahead and get her working on that at least. So she is just painting a pop painting currently, and then once that is complete, we will get her to sell that to a collector as well. And then she can paint another painting, and she'll have all 3 of those towards that midlife crisis done. And we are getting a call from Dustin Chaffick, and he said, "We found an unsent love letter from Charles to his teacher in his desk today." Okay, we are going to have to deal with that situation, obviously. And his emotional control has increased by us doing that. All right, let's go ahead and sell this painting to the collector. There we go. And that's the 2 out of 3 paintings sold to a collector towards her midlife crisis. And let's get her out here and she can tend to the garden. And then we'll go ahead and let her deal with the chickens, because I don't think anyone has dealt with the chickens either. So we'll get her to scatter some feed and she can take care of the chickens. And then I'll just have her talk to the plants, and maybe that will go ahead and count as tending to the garden as well. And we'll have her go back inside and she can finish the painting that she started. she started a classic painting, so we'll have her resume that, and that will be the third painting that she needs to do towards this midlife crisis. It does seem that she does enjoy painting quite immensely. She has really enjoyed picking up this hobby, and she does it autonomously, which I love. So she is constantly picking up painting on her own because she enjoys it so much, and so that is helping out with the midlife crisis quite a bit. I don't know if it's going to help it completely because honestly there are so many other things that she does want to be doing, but it is helping her get over it a little bit. It is making her also very inspired, which I love to see. So as soon as she is done painting this, we'll go ahead and sell it to the collector. And then it looks like she needs to make some drinks. So I'm going to have her go over here to the mixology table and she can make some drinks. I know that that's probably going to maybe make her a little bit tense because that is part of her actual career. But I do need her making drinks to level up her mixology skill and meet that milestone goal. She needs to make 3 more drinks to level up that mixology skill. So I'm going to have her make those 3 drinks so that we can go ahead and meet that milestone and get that milestone completed. So she's going to go ahead and make those 3 drinks to master that level of mixologist skill and move on to the next level. So she's just making these drinks here, and she does seem to be okay for now. She's still inspired because of painting, so it doesn't seem to be bothering her too much. Obviously, she still needs quite a bit, but we did level up to level 4 of the mixology skill, which is perfect. And now she is working on that 3rd drink to get that very last one of mixing the 10 drinks that she needs to master this level of the aspiration. And just like that, our milestone is complete. She's completed the bar tenderfoot, and she's completed the electric mixer of the master mixologist aspiration, and we have gone to the next level, which is perfect. So that is wonderful news that she has leveled that up, and thankfully it didn't take away too much of her mood as well, which is nice to see because I was concerned that we were going to really struggle with that. It looks like Rebecca's home from daycare and she is in an extremely angry mood. Norma has come out to greet her and she's going to just give her a little bit of a read, which we absolutely love. It has automatically leveled up her parenting skill, which is fantastic. I love that she's leveling up on her parenting. But she's reading a little book to Rebecca here, and they are just having a little bit of time bonding. And Charles is home, and it says his entry into the science fair this year was a big hit with the judges. He almost wasn't even surprised when receiving that well-earned prize. Oh, that is fantastic. So he won a prize at the science fair, which was wonderful news. So Charles is having a great time at school. He won a prize at the science fair, and he, like I said, is very studious. We know that about him, so it doesn't surprise me that he would do well at all things school related. And so, yeah, we love that for Charles. He is such a smart little bean. Neil's come over. Okay, Neil. I think that she is finally over the upsetness that she feels towards Neil. I'm going to go ahead and have Charles invite Neil in. She's dealing currently with Rebecca and giving Rebecca a little bit of a bath here, but we're going to have Charles invite Neil in, and then once she's done with Rebecca's bath, we're going to have her go and chat with Neil, and then they can have a little bit of a conversation. I think they need to clear the air a little bit, considering they haven't really chatted very much since he told her that he wanted to go on a date with her. And she found out that he was married. I think they really have a lot of things they need to talk about. So she's just going to finish up this bath and then we'll go and have her talk with Neil. So now that Rebecca is all clean, let's go and have little Miss Norma here go and talk to Neil. We'll have her and him have a nice conversation, and hopefully they can clear the air a little bit. Because as we know, they were friends well before any of that had happened. Norma is just cleaning up a little bit, but then she's going to go in here as you can see, she is going to have a chat. Right now, Charles and Neil are having a chat, but she is going to come in here and have a chat with Neil. I'm going to have her go ahead and cry on him and just tell him that, you know, she is really sorry that she was unable to have a conversation with him after her mother passed away. She's going to have a little bit of a gossip session with him and just tell him, I am really thankful that you came over to offer your condolences to Charles while he was mourning. I know that you weren't able to talk to me. I was really upset with the fact that you had asked me out on a date and then I found out you were married. Honestly, I think that you and I should just remain friends. We really aren't that compatible as anything more than that. I don't want to break up a happy home. I just think that we are better off as friends. I truly believe in our friendship and I want us to remain close. I really, really do. I love having you around. I love spending time with you. I really consider you one of my best friends, but I don't want anything to ruin what we currently have, and I would never do anything to upset what you currently have with your wife. Like, I adore you. I really, really do. But it ends there. Like, I don't feel anything for you romantically. And I understand that you may be feeling some feelings towards me, but I think that maybe it's just a little bit that you were confused, and I think that everything should just remain platonic. And so these two are going to go ahead and chill out on their romantic relationship. They're going to remain friends. They aren't going to pursue anything romantically with one another. She has put a kibosh to that, and Neil seems to be okay with that. He's perfectly fine with them just remaining friends, and she feels so much better about that. It's gotten her inspired to go and paint again, which we love. So she's come over here and gone straight to the easel and decided to start painting again now that she feels so much better knowing that she's cleared the air with Neil and they are going to be able to be friends, and she doesn't have to worry about anything in that department. Charles is cleaning up once again, which we love. He really is such a big help to Norma around the house, and I absolutely love that. We do have a birthday coming up really soon for Rebecca. She's going to be aging up into a child, and so we will be celebrating her birthday tomorrow, and we are going to be putting them to bed soon for the evening, and then in the morning Rebecca's going to be aging up to a child, and we'll be celebrating her birthday. So she won't be going to daycare. She'll be staying home so that she can go ahead and age up, but it is going to be super exciting to see her age up into a child and seeing what she looks like. She currently right now is just in her bedroom stacking a little bit, trying to get up her skills. She does have a little bit of a development delay in that area, so she does really, really struggle with that. And she gets frustrated when she tries to stack. I think that she will play for a little while doing that, but I do think that unfortunately it is probably going to cause her a little bit of frustration. We're getting a phone call from Melanie, and she says, "Hey Norma, I have a crush on James Henderson." Well, you should totally go for that. This painting is complete, so we're going to go ahead and sell it to a collector, and then we are going to go ahead and watch Norma just shake her booty here. She is getting some dancing in. She's like, okay, I think I need to calm down and just go ahead and sell this painting. Yeah, I think so too. She, as you can see, loves to go ahead and dance, but we do want her going ahead and taking care of her needs. I'm just going to queue up for her to go grab something to eat and get her needs up before she has to go off to bed. It is starting to get a little bit late, so I do want to make sure everyone's needs are in a good place. And as you can see, Rebecca is, like I said, frustrated after playing with those blocks. I'm just going to have her go play with the clown in the box. Maybe that will get her in a little bit better frame of mind, and then we will have her settle in for the night as well. Neil is going to go ahead and probably be leaving soon because it is starting to get pretty late. And then everyone will head into bed for the night, and we will go ahead and see everyone in the morning after we get them rushed into bed. Norma's like, I need to go to the washroom and get some laundry going because honestly, the laundry isn't going to do itself. Well, that's perfectly fine. So Neil's gone ahead and headed off like I figured he would. And Norma is just going to go ahead and put this laundry away. So we will continue on doing this laundry and then we'll get Norma into bed for the night. And little Rebecca's going to go ahead and get to bed now that she's finished with the potty. Poor Rebecca is really struggling right now. I'm just going to have her go ahead and give her a little bit of comfort, and we're going to snuggle a little bit and comfort her because she is really struggling. She is so frustrated after dealing with those blocks, and Mom just needs to calm her down just a little bit. So we are going to have Norma go ahead and comfort Rebecca just a little bit and just let her know that it's okay when you struggle with things. It is okay to not be good at everything. Sometimes everyone isn't good at everything, and that's okay. You don't have to be good at everything. Some people have things that they're good at, and some people have things that they're bad at. And that's what makes us all individuals. So she is just giving her a little bit of comfort here. As you can see, Rebecca is not necessarily okay with the comfort that she's getting from her mom. But, you know, at least Norma tried. She really did. I'm going to go ahead and have her come over here and repair the dryer that is busted up. Unfortunately, it did break, and so that does need to be taken care of, and we want that taken care of before I send her off to bed. I was wanting to get her into bed pretty soon, but then the dryer broke, so that's something that's going to need to be repaired. So we're going to have her come over and repair this dryer really quickly. Charles has gotten up. It is really getting late. It's about 9:30 in the evening, but Charles has woken and he is up now, going and taking care of himself here. He's feeling a little bit playful, but he is decided to go outside and play on the jungle gym. I don't know why he's decided to do that, but I'm going to go ahead and have Rebecca go off to bed, and we'll have Charles, come on in and get himself back to bed as well. I will have everyone go back to bed. As soon as Norma gets this dryer repaired, we'll get her into bed as well. Go ahead and put the clothes into the dryer and get the dryer started, and then you can get yourself into bed. Everyone can go to bed because it is getting really late, and she's like, oh my gosh, honestly, I just need a bath. I feel so grungy after dealing with that repairing. Okay, fine. Get yourself a bath first, and then you can go to bed. Charles, honestly, honey, what are you like? He's like, I'm just playing. Okay, come in here and go to sleep. It is too late for you to be outside playing. So everyone is going to go ahead and settle in for the night. It is now 10:37 p.m. He is just coming back in to go to bed. So both of the girls are in bed, and Charles is just coming on in and climbing up his ladder here to go ahead and go to bed himself. And then I will see you guys in the morning when everyone wakes. Okay, so Norma is up, and it is time for her to go ahead and fix something to eat for herself. Well, she needs to grab something to eat because she's hungry. But also she needs to make a cake because it is little Rebecca's birthday, and so we need her to make a birthday cake. So she's going to go ahead and get started on that birthday cake and get it going for little Rebecca. And we are going to make that birthday cake. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. And then we'll be able to celebrate this birthday with Rebecca. Rebecca won't be going to preschool today. She'll be staying home so that we can celebrate her birthday. So in the oven, Norma puts the cake. And it is letting us know that it's almost Charles' birthday as well. So he'll be aging up soon too. So I can't believe that. That's crazy. I'm just going to move this cake so that we can actually add candles to it. If I can find a place that we can actually do that, that will be fantastic. Where can I put this cake? Let me find a good place for it. Okay, so she is going to add birthday candles to this cake. And then we will go ahead and have her make some breakfast for the family. We're going to do some chocolate crepes, and then there will be breakfast available for the family to eat. And the cake is ready for when it's time for Rebecca to go ahead and blow out her candles. So everything is perfect and getting in record time. This is going to be perfect. Rebecca will wake up just in time for crepes for breakfast, and then we will go ahead and let Charles head off to school probably, and then we will age up little Rebecca. Charles is going to go ahead and help himself to breakfast. He can't wait for the crepes. He is feeling quite hungry, so he's decided to go ahead and grab himself an acacia bowl. He's like, I can't even wait for these crepes, Mom. You're taking far too long to get them ready, and I'm starving now. And she's like, I'm really sorry. I am rushing as fast as I can to make them. She has just about finished them up here, and now that these crepes are ready, it's wanting to know if she is going to attend preschool. We're going to say, no, she is not. We're going to let her go ahead and come in here and grab a serving of these crepes because she is feeling quite peckish. As you can see, it is her birthday on the calendar, so she's going to have some crepes, and then we will let little Charles head off to school, and we will be aging Rebecca up. She's just going to go over here and sit down on the stool outside. She always goes outside for whatever reason on the front porch to have her breakfast, so that's where she's headed. So oh no, she's walked in on Charles. Oh, how embarrassing. She is like, I'm so sorry, son. Oh, I can't unsee it. So she's just walking out here. She's going to go, and whenever she can finally make it out here, toddling, because again, she has that development delay with movement. She's going to finally get out here and have these wonderful crepes that her mother has made for breakfast and get herself some breakfast. She is so precious. I can't believe she's already aging up to a child. Time certainly does fly. I can't wait to see what she's going to look like. I really can't. She's like, how are the crepes? And she's like, they're good, Mom. They're really, really good. And she's like, I'm glad you like them, Rebecca. I knew that you would love that for your birthday, so I went ahead and made those for you. And in a little while, we're going to go ahead and we're going to blow out your birthday candles. And she's like, okay, Mama. So I'm going to go ahead and have Rebecca go inside and use the potty. She desperately needs to use the loo. And then once she's done with that, we will have Norma go ahead and take her to blow out the birthday candles. But first we want all of Rebecca's needs up, obviously. So we're just going to let her go ahead and go to the potty. Norma is obviously taking care of her needs as well. And so everyone is just taking care of their needs first, and then we'll go ahead and deal with the birthday party stuff and aging up little Rebecca. But Charles is going to go ahead and head off to school because it is time for him to get himself off to learn for the day. So we are just going to have him actively participate at school and get as much knowledge as he can get for the day there. And she is waddling herself in here as fast as she can, which is not very fast at all, as we know. Norma has gone outside and she's tending to the plants, and once she's done with that, we'll have her go ahead and come in here and help blow out the candles for little Rebecca. So she's just going to go ahead and run into the house here and grab up Rebecca and take her into the kitchen so we can go ahead and celebrate the aging up of little Rebecca to a child, which is super exciting. I can't wait to see what she's going to look like when she ages up. As we know, she doesn't have a father that's in her life that's involved, and therefore we don't really know what she's going to age up to look like, but it is going to be super exciting to see how she looks. I am really excited to see it. So happy birthday, Rebecca. You are aging up to a child now. Let's go ahead and see what you are going to look like, sweet girl. So Rebecca aged up. 1, 2, and 3. She got glutton. I'm also going to give her the multi-skill. Let's see which one. We got, let's do creative genius. All right. And we are going to go ahead with her, and we're going to hop into Cass, and we're going to take a look at her in Cass and give her her makeover. So this is what she looked like when she aged up, which is dreadful. And this is her after her makeover. And this is what she looks like after her makeover. She is absolutely precious. And let's go ahead and go through her outfits really quick. So this is her everyday and her formal. And then we have her athletic and her sleepwear and her party. And then we have her swimwear and her hot weather. And then her cold weather. And let's go ahead and hop back into the game here with her. And we will see her in the live mode. She's so pretty. All right, so we are back in the game, and this is Rebecca in live mode, and she is very angry. As you can see, she is not a happy camper. She is really in a bad way, and she's feeling uncomfortable. She feels like the surroundings are disgusting, so she's right away cleaning up. Okay, we love that for her. We love that for us. This is fantastic. We have another kid that's decided they want to clean up around the house, which is going to really help Norma out. Norma's outside. She is just doing some gardening, which is fantastic. We know that is helping with her midlife crisis. So that is perfect news for us all. And we are just going to see Rebecca here for a little while. But guys, I think I am going to go ahead and leave this episode here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you are notified when new episodes go live on the channel. We are going to obviously see Charles age up soon in probably our next episode of our Decades Legacy Challenge. Oh, she is immediately coming in to do her homework as well. This makes me so thrilled. And so we will be seeing this family as they develop and grow, and our heir, which is Charles, is going to become a teenager in our next episode, which is fantastic for us. So we will see them then. But until the next time, guys, I am going to go ahead and fly for now. Bye, Ravens.